Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Rongo Labs in 7 days to die, Alpha 12.3 at this current time. So we are going to be answering a couple of subscriber submitted comments or questions this time. But first off, I wanted to show you guys a little something fun you can do with the bike. So we have here a flawless mini bike in all its glory. We'll hop on. Oops. And I've noticed that if you pick a bike up and put it back, it loses gas. So it doesn't have gas to run. So if you take your bike apart, you lose that gas. So anywho, great, check this out. Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? Nope, I did not make it. So that was a little longer of a jump than you would have expected, I think. I always love doing that. Again, that is just setting, oh god, no, no, setting gravity to 0.1 in the vehicle's XML file. Woohoo! Haul ass now. Alright, so I had another question that had been asked, which was, can a mini bike do a loop-de-loop? I seriously do not think it can, because it can barely climb a hill, but we're going to find out here in the next little bit. As soon as I land, maybe, someday, land. Who knows? Who knows? Oh god. Alright, so we'll see here in just a few moments. Alright, so this is only a partial test because I want to just try it halfway before I try and commit all the way to something like this. Also, some of the blocks are missing the rotations I need. So let's just see if we can get up this at all. So here we go. No. Let's try it again with the gravity back at normal and see if that makes any difference at all. Okay, so we're lined up again. Gravity at 1.0. Let's see what happens. Yeah. So nope, the mini bike cannot do a loop-de-loop, and I pretty much figured that because they would have to have modeled the mini bike to actually go up and down slopes. And I don't know if you've seen it climb a mountain, but right now it just kind of nudges into it. It doesn't actually angle. So whatever entity it is, like even if I climb up this little slope here, let's see what it is. Come on, climb up the slope. It doesn't really, I mean, it rocks a little bit, but it doesn't do much rocking. It mostly just kind of goes straight up. So I don't think it's really a model to be able to do a loop-de-loop. But, nonetheless, it was cool to try it. Now, you see that I use these half blocks to try and smooth the ramp out. And they don't have the angles I need for the top part of that curve. Which is sad. Very sad. Alright, so now on to the next item, which was, is there a minimum speed at which you can run into a bear? So what I'm going to do is we're going to swap this vehicle out with each kind of engine and test with each engine impacting a bear and see what happens. So right now we got a flawless engine in there, so we're going to go ahead and get crappy and all the way up, and then we'll try bears. One moment. Okay, so right now we have in here a faulty small engine, which will be the slowest engine that we can go. Speed is slow. And there actually is a bear over there that wants us to try it out on him, but instead we are going to just run into a bear with the creative menu. Oops, let me hop off because it doesn't want to seem to. Let's find a nice flat patch down here. Oh yeah, look how much slower this is than the flawless engine. Now it's like put. So let me go over here and line up for our. Oh, and also I mentioned I did some testing on the community server with trees. And I was unable to replicate the consistently replicate the tree falling over behavior. So only try the pushing over with the tall pine trees. Otherwise, things are strange. All right. Let's bring up our spawner. And we're going to spawn in a bear to see if we can run it over. Watch out, bear. Watch out. Okay. With the slowest speed bike, I ran over a bear. Okay. Let's try running over the bear like immediately. Like we'll spawn it right in front of us. Yeah. Okay, so the bike is kind of OP for running stuff over. Yeah. Oh, why are you running? Alright. Go in here, just pick up the frame, and it all just picks up in your inventory. Aw, bear down. Bear down. Alright, on to the next question. So that was the question from Mafke had asked, what was the maximum engine level speed for not being able to run over a zombie? So obviously we just showed that even the lowest, crappiest engine has enough speed to run over a bear. Let's try with a completely poor quality bike and see if that makes any difference at all. All right, so now we've got a crappy, faulty bike. Let's try this out and see how bear does against this. All right, so even the crappiest of bears. Okay, let's try it. I'm gonna try it like this. Okay, if I coast into the bear, then I can't even get away either. The bike is kind of like stuck in the bear. I couldn't move it. So that's a thing. So, yeah, if you coast into a bear, it can kill you. But otherwise, it's pretty much insta-jib. And you? Oh, it's completely destroyed too. So there is that. If you run into a bear, it can be very quickly. Let's try this again. So it's accelerating from nothing. But look at the bike. One hit, the bike is practically destroyed. Now, do you take damage just right into blocks? Not a whole heck of a lot. And this is about the wimpiest thing on the planet. So what happens if we've got our wimpy bike like this, and we've got another bear? I killed it, but the bike is like weirdly glitch and gone now. The bike is now gone. So don't get off your bike when it is wrapped by a bear. You got a weird little gimpy foot there, man. All right, let me look at some more of these and we'll figure out what we're going to do next. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of durability testing. But before we get to that, I wanted to go over here and take all these frames off and see what happens with core blocks. If I take all of them off, will they uncluster whatever happened to make them like that? So we'll find out here in a few minutes. So to do this test, I'm first going to spawn in some first aid kits because Rongo. Use. Eat. Use. Eat. Use. Eat. Alright, and... Oh, reinforced wood. I didn't get reinforced wood down. Oh, there's reinforced wood right there. Alright, so we've got reinforced wood, scrap iron reinforced wood, plain concrete. We've got, oops, flagstone. I need more flagstone. Flagstone. That shouldn't cause a problem because I'm shooting the front of the block. But that is the new steel reinforced concrete badass Mamba Jamba. Reinforced concrete, cobblestone, brick, and mistake, and finally reinforced scrap iron frames. So it's kind of everything we're gonna be shooting at. Now, thought it would only be fun. Crossbow. I want a purple crossbow. Okay, there we go. And we've got explosive bolts. Exploding crossbow bolts. I think this would be a fun way to do this. Okay, so let's start off with the weakest one, which should be the... I'm not sure if it's going to be brick or flagstone. Which will it be? Brick or flagstone? So shooting from here, shooting at the center of the blocks. And I need to load this. One. Two. That's awesome. So 2 crossbow bolts for complete destruction. I'm looking for complete destruction of the center. So brick. 1. 2 as well. That's awesome. It did hurt the bottom one as well. Okay, now let's do reinforced wood first. 1, 2. 1 layer is gone. 2 layers are gone. 3. 4. Okay. Reinforced wood, or iron reinforced wood. 2, 3, layers off. 1, layers off. I've lost track of how many this is. Hope you guys are counting along at home. I love that. That's awesome. That glue. Okay, plain concrete. 1 shot. Plain concrete. Whoa. Plain concrete weaker than flagstone and brick, interestingly enough. Alright, I think for the next strongest is probably going to be cobblestone. 1, 2. Now, I may have the wrong cobblestone here, so let's go back into cobblestone. I want to make sure I'm giving it the right stuff. That's cobblestone. This is the reinforced cobblestone, but that's just plain cobblestone. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, and now we've got the iron reinforced, or just scrap iron reinforced. 1, 2, 3, And this is from internet user. No, yes. In a way. Or many. I can't count that many. And I like that they break into. If you catch them fast enough, you can get scrap metal piles out of them, which is really awesome. Okay. Reinforced concrete. 1. I'm going to count this one, make sure I count it right. 2. 3, to break a layer off. 1. 2. 3, to break a layer off. 1. Oh, shit, 8. 9. 10. Okay, it's like 11 shots. Oh, no. 12 shots with the exploding crossbow bolt. Pretty tough stuff. Pretty tough. Alright, so our last victim is the steel reinforced concrete, which is badass. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Wow. 9. 10. 11. 12. We're not even through the first layer. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. Holy crap. 18. 19. 20. 21. Wow. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. Okay, either it's bugged or something really strange is going on here because it does not even show a single mark. Alright, let's see if we just whack it with Okay, now it's showing some damage. It may be completely explosion resistant. Wow, this stuff is ridiculously tough. Now, the reason I opted to use the crossbow was before when I did this, I used a chainsaw on wood blocks and an auger on metal blocks. It didn't really compare apples to apples very well. I figured that explosion damage would probably be a good across the board. But this thing is proving to be ridiculous. I'm just going to call this too tough to worry about. Alright, and then it becomes reinforced concrete. Wow. So, it's expensive, but dang, is it worth it. Alright, let me see what else we can do in this episode. Oh, let's check over here. Oh, look, gore block. And gore block. So, took them out of their frames, and they finally turned into gore blocks. Very, very interesting result. So, good to know. Good to know. Alright, there was another question from... Oh, darn. Who was it now? 53 blowed 53. Can you shoot a crossbow bolt up in the air and what happens? No! That's what happens. Okay. Oh, that took a little longer than I thought it was going to take to come back down, and I didn't think it was going to come back down right on my head. That was awesome. That was really, really awesome. All right, let's try this with a slightly like a more of a curve. Let's see if it'll explode on top of the building. Let's shoot like that. All right, let's try a 45-degree angle sort of shot. And I'm going to try and race after it. All right, maybe let's look at range. Let's see if we can hit the. Yes, we can hit the building from there. See if we can hit the orange. Okay, so that's about the closest distance for orange on orange action. Orange, it's a new black, man. All right, so that was interesting. Yeah, it came back down exactly on me. Let's try it slightly less and see what happens. So yes, you can kill yourself with your own crossbow bolt. Exploding crossbow bolt, that is. Which begs the question, can you kill yourself with your own crossbow bolt completely? Let's just wait. Let's have some popcorn and wait. Oh! Did you see that? It totally almost hit me. So if I shoot it straight up... Oops, I needed more bolts. I'm going to shoot it straight up and then I'm going to just move slightly to the left. Like that. And then we're going to F5 it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, I heard it hit right next to me. Okay. Okay. Wait for it. Okay, it's not being very precise, but oh, I got it. Okay, I move back a little bit because it sounded like it was laying behind me, but It landed right in front of me, didn't it? Come on. No. All right, it's very hard to hit yourself with it, but with a it does not work while walking. Does not. He can't handle the truth. Well, he can't go backwards. Sideways, you can go forward pretty decently. Sort of decently. In third person. All right. So I think that wraps up for this episode. If you guys have suggestions, questions for future Rongo Labs, let me know, and I'd be happy to test them out for you and for me and for everyone. For now, if you liked it, click that like button, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, your family, and your grandmama, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.